everybody! Hey, it's Christmas time! Why all the long faces? Ah, mein Kommandant. Und dressed like der Weihnachtsmann. These are people with, how you call, seasonal depression. They have their Lebensmut, ja? Pfft, pikers. I have depression year-round. But come the holidays, it's time to plaster over the existential horror that comes with facing the inevitable empty abyss that awaits us with some holly-jolly happy bullshit. Is that sort of like fake it till you make it? Oh, Terry, no. None of us make it. But hey, we can still have fun. What are you doing here anyway? Oh, I just thought I'd stop on my way to deliver this sack of toys. To der unfortunate Kinder, ja? Sure. Let's go with that. Anyway, Terry, I'll need you for a video later, so clear your schedule. I do have a life, you know. No, you don't. Remember to rehydrate. Crying dries you out. So, we all agree we hate him, right? Right? Hate is a strong word, Herr Connor. But not strong enough! Penguin Truth here, and Merry Christmas! Or whatever early winter occasion for excess you fatten yourself with. It's time for another wonderful holiday season offering from Otaku Evolution. So pour yourself some coquito, stuff your cheeks with sweets, and suppress your aching loneliness for a while. I'm doing the grab bag thing again, so there are 3 Christmas episodes from different anime to cover. Let's see which ones, shall we? Ah, Big O! I remember the Heaven's Day episode of the Big O. I'll review the series as a whole at some point, but for now, all you need to know about Big O is that it's about a rich guy named Roger Smith, a negotiator, his robot companion and Robin to his Batman, R. Dorothy Wainwright, his Alfred, Norman, and his giant robot, Big O. They live in a city called Paradigm, run by the Paradigm Corporation, and nobody has any memories of events from over 40 years ago. There are some other things, but this is all you need to know to watch this episode. So the episode sees Paradigm City's top negotiator in a grinchy mood, given that Heaven's Day is a celebration originally to mark the founding of the Paradigm Corporation, which he dislikes. But Norman is determined to get Roger to get Dorothy a gift, telling him her birthday's on that day. How does an android have a birthday? Shut up is how. So Roger picks up a house-mandated black outfit for her, while the struggling musician Oliver can only dream of affording such finery for his blind girlfriend.
Thank you, Oliver.
Some rich guy dressed in a very sharp black suit really liked my playing yesterday. Nothing beats the taste of ham that you spent all your money on.
So where will you be playing today, Oliver?
Well, I thought I'd try out the Dome up till Heaven's Day. There'll be a big crowd there.
I sure hope a lot of people get to hear you play.
The best Mr. Starving Artist can do for a Heaven's Day gift for his sweetheart is some weird jewel given to him by some raving vagrant dressed as Santa. He seems like a pretty bad Santa.
What do you want? Well, come on, what do you want? A snot rag?
Actually, he's more than just a bad Santa, but a mad scientist who sent threats to the Paradigm Corporation, and Roger is helping his friend Dan Dawson of the military police sort things out. While Roger doesn't care about the Paradigm Corporation, he'd still rather nothing happen to innocent citizens who might be in the path. As you might imagine, a sparkling jewel probably isn't the greatest gift for a blind girl, so when Oliver meets Roger in his investigation into Bad Santa, he's quick to try to hawk the thing. Roger, however, is quick to dismiss him, not wanting to buy some strange object from some rando he just met. This poses an interesting question. Where exactly would you pawn such an object? Well, before Oliver can figure that out, the thing cracks open as he's playing sax on the street, and out pop violating vines, a big mess of vines, that are cool at first, but rapidly become a public hazard. Seems the jewel was a seed to grow an enormous tree that's damaging the city as it gets bigger. Roger has no choice but to cause further collateral damage with Big O! Big O has this cool rivet robot industrial design. But forget that, look at Norman picking up Dorothy's gift at the tailor's. Anyway, Big O isn't making much progress fighting back the growth of the tree, but it turns out the whole point of it was to grow just a certain size and then stop, creating an enormous Heaven's Day tree in the end. Guess that guy wasn't such a bad Santa after all. Just a really reckless one. So Oliver, now out of danger, reunites with Laura, and Roger decides to give Dorothy her birthday gift. Except that Norman lied. Her birthday isn't on Heaven's Day. It's the same as the girl she was modeled after. So instead, the two exchange Heaven's Day gifts as Oliver plays. The end. Demon Seed is one of my favorite episodes of Big O. There are a few things, like the memories of people remembering their old faith, and a scene with the Paradigm Corporation president that I left out of the summary, but they're just garnish for a wonderful tale about a struggling musician, the girlfriend who understands him, and Roger's complicated relationship with Dorothy. This entry always gets me into the holiday mood. So happy Heaven's Day, everyone. So let's see what else we have in store for us this Christmas. It's the first Monster box set. The only Monster box set. Framed for a crime he didn't commit, Dr. Kenzo Tenma is on the run, looking for the real killer while trying to stay a step ahead of law enforcement. That is the basic concept of Monster. But the episode of Monster we're going to look at doesn't even feature Tenma, but the people left in his wake. One is Police Inspector Lunge, a stoic, almost emotionless obsessive who's on Tenma's case. The other is the woman-scorned Eva Heinemann, Tenma's ex-fiancée, a wealthy, demanding, occasionally cruel woman. The episode is titled The Abandoned Man, The Abandoned Woman, and is in 2 parts. The first part sees Inspector Lunge pestering the secretary of a government official about the death of a prostitute who was with many high-profile clients. Lunge suspects the councilman had something to do with her untimely demise. At home, Lunge is too busy at work deciphering the code of the prostitute's list of clients to notice his family life falling apart. At work, his boss gives him grief.
Damn it! Are you still trying to connect Councilman Boltzmann to the murder of that prostitute, Lunge?
Is there a problem with that, Chief?
Yes, there's a problem with that. I'm getting all sorts of grief from the Ministry of the Interior.
You're just going to have to smooth things out like you usually do.
No, I can't unburn any more bridges for you. It's too big.
Do whatever you can, Chief.
You're a loose cannon, meow meow, fuzzy face.
No, I'm not. I'm a cannon, maybe, but a loose cannon? Is that what you guys think of me?
I just think you play by your own rules. No way. He thinks rules were meant to be broken.
These are all attributes of a loose cannon.
No, I'm just a reckless renegade. Sergeant Stone's a loose cannon.
As soon as Lunge decrypts the victim's list, he's visited by Ava, who insists he find Tenma as soon as possible and arrest him. Lunge theorizes that Tenma has a split personality, but he's too busy at the moment to tackle the Tenma case. Not really an important scene for this part, but we'll see what happens with it in the second. Lunge suggests to the secretary that his boss may have hired somebody to kill the victim, as he was among the names on the list. But the secretary dismisses this as it's not really proof he had her killed. But Lunge keeps putting on the pressure. He discovers that the victim was planning on writing a tell-all book about her experiences betting powerful men. Lunge is so wrapped up in the case that when his wife and daughter decide to leave home due to his negligence, he's fairly nonplussed. His tunnel vision has him putting off even discussing it. But then the councilman's secretary commits suicide, leaving behind a note claiming that his employer is innocent. The chief takes Lunge off the case, as well as several others he's been working on. With no family and no cases to occupy his mind, Lunge decides to concentrate on Tenma. Naturally, this means meeting with Ava again.
Inspector, you have a visitor? It's Ava Heinemann. I could tell her to come back another day if, you know.
No, show her in.
Well, Ava, give Inspector Lunge the clues he needs to crack the Tenma case. Will the good inspector's wife and daughter return home? Will the dead prostitute's story ever be told? None of this and less when we return from a word from our sponsor. Otaku Evolution Christmas Grab Bag 2019 is brought to you by Paradigm City's Tourist Board. Yes, take me down to Paradigm City where the bots are large and the streets are gritty. We'll be right back. Paradigm City, a colossal, bustling metropolis. Industrial, corporate, agricultural, but with a charm that can't be equaled. Enjoy our luxurious communities. Socialize in our active nightlife. Witness the occasional giant robot battle. Make our domes your home. Paradigm City, because there's literally nowhere else to go. I mean, really, where are you going to go? Paradigm City, the only place. Brought to you by the Paradigm City Tourist Board of the Paradigm Corporation. Megaduce insurance not guaranteed. We now return to another Otaku Evolution Christmas Grab Bag with your host, Penguin Truth. Let's take a look at the second part of this episode of Monster and finally get to the Christmas-related material. Ava Heinemann finishes a night with a married man and is overheard by her gardener. Taking a moment out from being a bitch, she compliments his work and then creepily hits on him. The man is single ever since his wife left him, and he's been raising his young daughter alone. Soon he's tasked with work inside Ava's mansion, and then she even takes him out to dinner.
I feel so satisfied when a garden turns out the way I envisioned it. I just love being out there, you know? People who like gardens can't be all that bad. And you did say you liked that garden the other day.
Are you trying to say that I'm a good person?
Yeah, of course. But you...
Well, go on.
You seem, you know, kind of lonely.
That night, they sleep together out of mutual loneliness, but on his way out, the gardener hears her murmur Dr. Tenma's name. Well, it's almost Christmas in, Dusseldorf, Germany is where I think this takes place. And the gardener's daughter is a little bummed that her mother won't be joining their revelry. But he's got some plans. Later, the gardener finds and stares at pictures of Dr. Tenma. Ava catches him doing this and tells him that Tenma ruined her life. Ava is especially pissed because Inspector Lunge sent her away. She rants about how Tenma did all the things she wanted him to until he rejected her. And when the gardener offers to take his place, she laughs at the very notion. Pitying her, the gardener still invites her to his home to celebrate Christmas. Ava decides to take him up on the offer, gift in hand on Christmas Eve, hoping it isn't too late to find love with somebody else. But when she gets there, she sees that his wife has returned. And really, there's only one thing for it.
I've got it! Arson!
None of it means anything to me now! Just let it burn!
So the wacko torches her house and visits Lunge again, telling him she'll never be happy unless Tenma is arrested. The end. The abandoned man, the abandoned woman, shows two completely broken people, Inspector Lunge of the BKA, who doesn't realize how broken he is, and Ava Heinemann, who really doesn't care. All they have is their preoccupations. They have no capability to let things go or even ease up, and the feelings of others mean very little to them. These characters go on to develop a lot in the series. I only wish Viz had put out more of it on DVD. Maybe somebody else will get the series someday and give it the complete release it deserves. That one wasn't very Christmassy, I guess. So let's hope our last offering makes up for that. Ah, it's You're Under Arrest. Never thought I'd be talking about this one. You're Under Arrest is largely about two police officers in Tokyo, Natsumi and Miyuki. It's kind of a slice-of-life comedy with some action hijinks, similar to Patlabor, but without the robots. And of course, it being a pretty long-running franchise, it naturally has a Christmas episode. It's Christmas time at Bakudo Police Station, where Natsumi makes a Christmas wish to Santa, and Miyuki works on a present for a special someone she won't divulge, though clearly it's her colleague Ken Nakajima, who's making date plans for the two of them as she speaks. When Natsumi and Miyuki go patrolling, the former announces her dream to go on a romantic date with her chief, and is disappointed that he's working on Christmas. Aren't there rules against relationships like that in the Force? When the two talk to some children looking forward to getting gifts, one little girl tells them that Santa came to her house the previous night, but when he left, he basically took all the valuables, and made her feel like a chump. Natsumi is incensed that a phony Santa stole and disillusioned a kid, and swears to bring him in. That's a pretty bad Santa, but I've seen worse.
Santa has something very special in his sack for you two.
For some reason, even though the two were basically just traffic control, the robbery investigator just gives them the case, I guess to get them off his back, and they start canvassing for suspicious-looking Santas. And, well, they find one all right.
I'm the Santa Claus man!
Oh yeah? Then what's that S stand for on your mask, stupid?
For Santa, you mongoloid! For Santa, you mongoloid!
Strike Man is a costume vigilante in town, and in the holiday mood, he's become Santa Man. But while they acknowledge the looting Santa probably isn't him, they still want to bring him in. However, they're interrupted by a call that the bandit has struck again. Patrolling once more, they catch the thief on his way out of a house and give chase, but lose him in a parade of Santas. This is like a Disney movie called Too Many Santas. I think you can find that on Disney+. All seems lost, but the robber makes the mistake of littering in a public park, which sets off Santa Man's vigilante rage. At first, our lovely law women think he's picking on some random stranger, but when they see the loot spill from his sack, they realize it's the perp. So Christmas is saved by that weirdo vigilante, while Natsumi and Miyuki did basically nothing. The little girl's faith in Santa Claus is restored, and all is well. The end. Santa Panic is pretty basic, having a robber dress as Santa, and our heroines looking to restore a child's sense of wonder. The only thing that really sets it apart is the appearance of Santa Man and all his weirdness. And it's got a little charm to its simplicity, just a plucky little Christmas-time tale with a cliched but heartwarming ending. Nothing to write home about, but still basically fine. I want to wish my viewers, all 7 of them, a happy holiday season, regardless of what they celebrate or even if they do. I recommend taking some time out to relax, indulge a little, and find those few rays of happiness that pierce the obsidian-colored smog that clouds our waking lives. Watch some anime, spend time with family, contribute to my Patreon, and so on. Just know that I'll be here, wanting the best for you, and hoping to bring a little comfort when I can. There's one more episode left this year, and I'll see you back here for it soon. Until then, this is Mike, Penguin Truth for Otaku Evolution. See ya!
Santa, you mongoloid!